Hi everyone! In this video we're going to be having a look at self-limitation, specifically the spine's relationship with the ribs and also the shoulder blades, and how a specific area within your body can assist and support you to understand a relationship that you are in the process of creating with your own self-beliefs. Your own self-beliefs is the ideas and perceptions as well as judgments that you hold on to about and of yourself, and how those self-beliefs are limiting your self-expression and an aspect, ability, talent and skill of yourself that can really contribute to enhancing and changing, everyday life moments that tend to overwhelm us, that we're so challenged with, that it slowly but surely over time emotionally breaks us down. And it's quite interesting because for me as well, whenever I've worked with self-beliefs and its relationship to my own self-limitation, I found there's like this part of me inside myself that wants to, come out and live and express and change things up. But there's this mental part of me that's kind of punching myself down, like the constantly and continuously going, no, you stay in there, you're not good enough, you're not equipped enough, not skilled enough, you're not prepared enough, right now is not the right time, you haven't ever done this before, remember that past memory that happened? Yeah, that's exactly why you cannot accept and allow yourself to even try and change something in relation to a relationship or an aspect of your life or a project that you're busy working with. So it's been interesting that whenever there's been difficulty and challenges in my everyday life that has continued for some time, and now I'm here speaking weeks on end, that at the same time this inner conflict starts, because on a certain level I know what I can do to change myself, my relationship with people, and so my everyday life things that I struggle with, but at the same time I don't, because I accept and allow these limiting self-beliefs to define who I am. Okay, so an example, interestingly enough, is for me when I was during a time of starting a relationship, and I hadn't been in a relationship for some time, and then in the process, in the beginning stages of finding myself in this relationship, I had all these limiting self-beliefs of, remember the previous relationship, remember do this, don't do that, you shouldn't do this, consider that, remember what's expected of you, what dating is all about, what the world says about dating, who you must be, how you must be. So I had all these things coming up in my head, my own belief, that I have to fit into the expectations of, these societal do's and don'ts of dating, where myself was wanting to approach it completely differently. An example was, an expression of me was to already from the get-go, share, not like on the, like slowly but surely introduced from the first date into the second, into the third, so slowly but surely as I get to know myself with a potential partner, that I let them know, look, this is who I am, this is what I would like, this I would like to see where it goes, and this is what I do, this is my focus, this is my workload at the moment, like really share my life, where I'm at and what I can give at this time, instead of just playing games and making as though what my life is about, what I do, what I would prefer, what I would not in a relationship, doesn't bother me. You know, I like being me from the get-go. They know what they're getting, type of thing. But then, you know, I allowed myself those self-beliefs of, but you can't do that. You know, you can't be yourself. What if this? What if that? As they say, you should do it this way, but you know, only do those type of things on like this day or that day or then and there. And so over time it was interesting that with all these things going on inside of me, my shoulders started doing this, and at the same time it's this weird motion that my body does. I'll show it on the side. I go inside and then at the same time push the center of my back right there by my shoulder blade, which is the bottom of my shoulder blade is right there, right in that area. There's my spine, shoulder blade right there. So in that area right there, there'd be this pressure manifesting, this pain. And here's also where I did an illustration of, if this is your spine, all right? Let me see if I can get this a little bit closer. There we go. So that's your spine right there, T5, 6, and 7, all right? Now it's not a perfect rendition of the example, but it gives us a good reference. So you have T5, 6, and 7 over there, and then you've got your scapula right over here, and it says your left side, and that's your right side. So let's do right and left. Okay, so now here you've got the ribs 5, 6, and 7, as I also noted down over here. So it's in between this area right there. So right over there, here and here, that the pain essentially starts manifesting. So it was right there as well, where in me and my entire back started cramping, going tight, but more so in these areas over here, in between the spine and the shoulder blade. It was literally also right on my ribs. So you know, when I was holding myself, hugging myself, and really with my fingers reaching out into those areas like so, you know, it felt like my muscles were going through such an incredible release in that area. So upon investigation and introspection, with me knowing the reference of that area being self-beliefs and self-limitation, because if you, for example, only have a problem point in your scapular area, you're more there having a look at self-limitation, pure self-limitation. Somewhere you are limiting yourself, not necessarily only in relation to beliefs on a mental level, but also, or emotional level, but also in your physical capacity, the idea that you have about your body. You know, you are limiting yourself in a direction in which you are venturing into with studies, or limiting yourself in thinking you can only go that one direction instead of opening up more doors for yourself. So only when you're working with your scapular area and also the surrounding area, you know, just alongside the bone, there's pure self-limitation. This area here, however, by the ribs and T5, 6, and 7, you are dealing that whole surrounding area. It's a nice point of a lock-in of their self-beliefs that you're believing about yourself that is limiting, compromising, and going to create consequences for you being able to believe in the real qualities of you and bringing that through into your life. So it's from self-belief, you know, the lies we tell ourselves that we know is not true, but we still believe them. And so when my back got worse and worse and worse, and it was also quite interesting because no matter how much massaging I did, or stretching, or you know, other means of physical support to relax the body, that point was like still grinding in there. Till I eventually reflected on myself, and I could see these points of, okay, look, if I don't change, I'm really going to be in agony, and this point in my body is not going to change. Alright, so what I'd like everyone to do for this video is just have a look. It doesn't necessarily have to be that pain there, but you can also give yourself a nice hug first, and then also just feel in that area, see how far you can stretch your arms and move down there. Here my bone is right there now, and just massage that entire area and just have a feel how the muscles are doing over there. Or if you're fortunate to right now have a partner there with you, ask them to just give you a quick massage, but very gently, not too much pressure. I mean, you really, if you have a look here, this is my thumb just on my skin, just a gentle pressure, so not too hard, you know, because obviously if you're going to go really hard, yeah, it's going to hurt. So just a gentle massage to feel if there is any pressure in that area. So it is quite interesting, you know, that we might not always be conscious of the tension, stress, trauma that is existing in our bodies, you know, because we mostly live here. So it is also very nice, you know, if you have a partner, to every once in a while do a massage, yes, to support yourself in the body, but also for your own cross-reference, you know, to see, okay, what points and parts in the body do I need to work with? Because your awareness is not yet 100% through and through in your physical body. Okay, so do that, check on these points, and maybe just make a list for now in this video of what are these self-beliefs that you're still accepting and allowing yourself to believe in, the lies you keep telling to yourself. And also, I want you to be specific here in having a look at moments in your everyday life. Okay, make it practical, make it simple, make it with things that you can actually work with. Okay, walk your day, observe yourself in your day, and see, walk into your day with a question. Okay, I'm going to see, where am I telling the lies to myself, believing myself, and it's actually limiting me. Like thoughts and inner dialogues that make you feel diminished, less than, inferior, not good enough, or, you know, where you feel very mousy, emotional, and you're allowing your world to come at you instead of standing up and putting your chin up and directing your world and saying, look, I'm here, this is my life, this is my world, I don't want to live in this with that inner chaos of self-limiting self-beliefs and feel like I'm cowering all the time. I want to get in there and live a life that, on a daily basis, that I enjoy inside myself. Okay, everyone, we'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much.